Oh, hi everyone, welcome back. Looking at double angle identities. So what does that mean? We've had this stuff which is sin A plus B, which I call ab. I don't know if anyone else does what I do. And cos A plus B. And there's of course minus cases, but we're not going to look at them at the moment. So the rule for sin A plus B is, and most people don't have to think about it, I just go sine, cos, sine, you guys can answer if you want to, and we go AB, and I almost want to call it ABBA, but it's not ABBA. Every math teacher must do that. And sine, you put a plus there. What is it for cos?
Cos, sine.
Yeah. Cos, sine, and you put the AB, and then sine keeps the same sign, and cosine does the opposite sign. So what if we made that AA? Have you done this already? You've
Yes.
done this in methods?
Yeah,
we have.
Yeah, just before we go to the next bit on it. So that'll be sine A cos A plus cos A sine A. And that's one of those plus another one of those because they're the same thing. Like terms is?
2 sine A.
Yeah, how do we write this instead of A plus A?
2A.
Squared.
So in other words, it's just double the angle. And we've got triple the angle, or 4 times the angle, or half the angle, and all that stuff's going to come in a moment. So we've got 2 sine A. So there's only one possibility for sine 2A. You've seen that before. You know the 3 possibilities for that one?
That one.
Yes.
There is cos A.
Yeah.
And
Let's do it that length then. So we're going to have... you
Cos
read
A?
that. Yep.
Cos A.
Yep, which is what you were saying.
Take sine
Yep.
A. Sine A.
And what do we end up with? How do we write that mathematically?
We have 2A
I don't have to have that bracket. Yep.
equals cos squared A.
Yep.
Take sine squared A.
Now there's 2 more versions of it.
What was that again?
Now if you start with sine squared A plus cos squared A equals 1. What can we replace the cos squared A by?
A sine squared.
Yes.
A,
isn't it?
a 1 minus.
Yeah,
sine
so the
squared.
cos squared A is the 1 minus the sine squared A. Now I still remember at school, this is the same topic, you know, when it says math changes. Most of it's the same as I did all those years ago. So the cos squared becomes a 1 minus sine squared A. Do we need brackets?
Yes.
No, because we're not using a minus here. If there was a minus there, we're going to put brackets.
Ooh.
So what do we have? Now we've got a new expression for cos 2A.
We just have one. Oh, never mind.
So there's a new one. The interesting part is we can talk about that, and I'll do some questions with that in a moment. We're really talking about that one. Talking about that one. What's the last one? Instead of replacing the cos,
You divide.
we replace the sine. So I'm going to write the full from it. Okay, so you got the cos. You divide. What was that you're saying?
I don't know.
Now this time, do we use the bracket?
Yes.
So sine squared A is 1 minus, and why do we use the bracket?
Because it's a negative.
Yes. Oh my goodness. How many people don't get that? And what do we end up with? You had trouble with that one, I didn't
just
have a 1 there.
No, 2.
So for anyone watching who's not confident on it, it's really a 1. So Ryan.
We got a -1.
Yeah, because a -1 multiplied by 1's a -1.
Yeah.
Go back to basics.
And then plus cos squared.
Yeah. And you can collect like terms, and then we get cos 2A is.
2 cos squared
Yeah.
A.
Yeah.
Take
Minus
one.
1. How do I remember that? It's on your formula sheet here in Australia anyway, Western Australia. But I talk about, I think in my brain, I know it's going to be a squared, I know it's going to be a 1 take or a take 1. When it's cos 2A, the cos comes first. I don't remember that. I remember that. So you turn 2 memorisations into 1 memorisation, because the moment you remember that one, you normally remember that one. It's almost reverse psychology too, like, don't remember that, stop it. Stop trying to remember that. I only want you to remember that one. Cos 2A is?
2 cos squared A, take 1.
So the cos comes first, so the cos comes, and you'd expect the cos 2A for the cos to come first. Cos 2A, would you expect sine to come first?
No.
No, it comes second. Enough said on that. Now we'll do some questions. I actually made up some questions here, write them up. Do you want to press pause a sec? Without mucking the screen up? Videos if you want to have a look at it.
Oh,
So-
we do those.
It says that we want to write this as a sign of a,
Sign of a,
double angle, a triple angle, a quadruple angle, what's going to happen? So we get back to basics. So by the way, if you want to look for this is in our textbook, different questions. If you want to look for more of them, it's exercise, I'll write it up. Exercise, so if anyone wants to use this textbook that we're using, which is Sadler, which is amazing, exercise, and it's question, I think it's question 3 and 4. And there's 5 and 6 and 7 are all related to it, but these are just different questions. Of course, they're similar. Okay, I want an A, I want an A. So which formula am I going to use? And I want a sine cos. Where does a sine cos come from? Does it come from sine or does it come from cos? Cos goes cos, sine, sine.
Oh, it comes from sine.
Same sign. So we've got to use, we know we're going to use sine. I'm going to actually write it for a moment. Let's nag about everything I just said to you. So that's sine A cos A plus cos A, because a whole lot of people just don't take this in, and it takes a while to sink in. So we now know that the sine of 2A is 2 lots of sine A cos A. One of those plus one of those. So now I'm going to do something silly, but I think a lot of people need it. I talk about we're creatures of habit, and I never seem to talk about it. Oh, see which way your arms are folded? Mine fold that way. Fold them the other way. You don't have to. You can say puzzle for that one. It's awkward. So we're creatures of habit. So if I try to fold my arms the other way, so when people go a blank in exams, I've never heard anyone talk about this, or in assessment, we're creatures of habit. So the less you think, the quicker you do the paper, and the less you have stress factors. So ready? I'm going to swap it around the other way. Why do I swap around the other way? Creatures of habit, sine 2A. There's some people who just don't get this, and I can show them 10 times before it sinks in. But they didn't want 2 sine A, what did they want? So, you got that. So how do I turn that into a 4? Well, times this side by 2, I times that side by 2. And what have I got?
swap it the other way?
Yeah, sine 4A, because that was being creatures of habit and your mind was elsewhere. So there's the answer to the question. So wherever you see a 4 sine A cos A, you can be expected in the middle of a proof or solving an equation, you're expected to know that. So you need a few seconds to get used to it.
Why'd you write 2 sin 2A?
2 sine 2A, go back to the
Oh,
rule.
I see.
Sine of A plus A, sine 2A. Yeah,
Why
So-
can't it just be sin 4A?
in there,
Yeah.
that'd be 2A plus 2A, wouldn't it? That'd be sine 4A. So we're not asking for sine of 4A, we're only asking for sine of A and cos of A. So what's this one? This will be your question for that. Wait a minute. Should I write the whole thing out? We're not using A and A anymore. What are we using? Question 2. Look at the question. This said sine A cos A, this said sine 3A cos 3A. Who cares if it's a 4? No, I want to think about it. So what do we got? So this is a sine 3A plus 3A, which is like your question a moment ago.
6A.
Yes. So where's that going to come from? It's going to come from a sine 6A. So what's the pattern? You need the 4, let's put the 4 in. Or we not put the 4 in. What if I don't put the 4 in? Doesn't matter. What's that? Sine 3A cos 3A. Sine 3A cos 3A plus cos 3A. Oops. Sine 3A. I'm trying to squash it in so I don't go over there. And what do I get? 2 lots of sine 3A cos 3A. So you've got one of them there and one of them there. Creatures of habit, which you didn't take in a moment ago. 2 sine 3A cos 3A equals sine 6A. So I'm doing this long-winded. And there's people out there who just see it in their head. So what do I got to do to it? I don't want 2 sine 3A, I want, or what if I made that a 10? Times it by 5. Times that side by 5, times that side by 5. And I've got 10 sine 3A cos 3A equals,
5 sin 6A.
yep, 5 6A. What do I do? Where did the 3A and the 3A come from? 6A. Where did the 2A come from? A and A. Where's the half A and the half A come from? So switch on for this one, this will make your brain up. Ready? We want to say sine A on 2, then you go plus another A on 2. Where did they come from? There's A, there's what we would have called A and B. Yeah? So write the rule out. I can get you to write it out. The rule is sine A on 2, cos A on 2, plus cos A on 2. Are you getting quicker? Could you have just looked at that and said sine of A is 2 of those? One of those plus one of those is 2 of those. You okay? Now let's not even make it 2, let's make it 20. What would 20 be? Are you a creature of habit? Should you turn it around first to make sure you don't do something stupid? What's one of the biggest problems in the exams? People do stupid. So I don't want that, I want that. So what did I do to the left hand side? Times it by. So I want to do the right hand side. Times it by 10. Questions on. So they said, get me an expression written as a sine in that form. There it is, 3 questions done.